Okay, we want to factorize some quadratics here. And I suppose what we really believe in ProMaths is we believe in the gauge number for factorizing quadratics. And the gauge number is very easy, really, because it's just the same as grouping. And you're very good at grouping already before you meet a quadratic. So the first thing we have to do with the gauge number is we have to write in the number in front of the x squared. So that's the first thing we have to do. The second thing we have to do then is we have to create a product and a sum game. So let's look at how we get the product. We get the product by multiplying these two numbers here together. So that's going to give us the product. And we can see that 1 by minus 20 is minus 20. And then we get the sum then by looking at the number or the coefficient of the x. Now we can see here the sum in this particular question here is minus 1. So this is the sum. And what we want now is we want two numbers that when we multiply them together, we get minus 20. And when we add them together, we get minus 1. So we want two numbers that when we multiply them, we get minus 20. And when we add them, we get minus 1. And I think minus 5 plus 4 will give us that. So minus 5 multiplied by plus 4 is minus 20. That's good. And minus 5 add 4 is minus 1. So that's good. So we're basically as good as finished the question now. We just have to group it. So let's rewrite it out. So we're saying 1x squared minus 5x plus 4x minus 20. And now we're going to do our grouping. So we're going to group these two first. And then we're going to group these two second. So let's do that. X is common here. 4 is common here. And remember in grouping, one of the key things is, are the two brackets identical? You can see there they are identical. So now we can go for outside the brackets, multiplied by inside the brackets. So there's that first quadratic done. And the beauty about the gauge number method is it doesn't really matter if the quadratic is hard or easy. It doesn't make any difference. The gauge number method will always work for you. So let's look at this one here. We want to get a sum of minus 3. And remember how we get the product? We have to take the sign and the number here. We're getting a product of minus 28. So this is the product. This is the sum. So which two numbers give us a product of minus 28 and a sum of minus 3? Very good. I see you coming in there in the Q&A. Well done. So we have a minus 7 and a plus 4. Because minus 7 multiplied by plus 4 will give us minus 28. And minus 7 add on 4 will give us minus 3. So we're finished the quadratic side of it now. Now we're back to grouping. So look. Let's group them two at a time. So here's the first two. And here's the second two. So we're saying x into x minus 7. And 4 is common here into x minus 7. We examine the brackets then, see are they identical. We can see they are identical here. No big deal. So we go outside the brackets, multiply by inside the brackets for full marks. So I want you now to try number 3 here. So have a little pause here now and try number 3. So the numbers that will give us a product of 2 and a sum of 3 are 2 and 1. So we can say 2x squared plus 2x plus 1x plus 1. And then we group them individually. So let's group these two first. These two here second. So we can say that 2x is common here. 1 is common here. We can see the two brackets there now are identical. So when the brackets are identical, we can go from outside to inside. Write what's outside the bracket and multiply it by what's inside the bracket. So the final one of these we want to do is this one here. So let's have a look at it. So we're looking for a sum of 4 and And we're looking for a product, look, of 12 by minus 5, and put that into the calculator if you like. 12 by minus 5, minus 60, and plus 4. So this is the product, and this is the sum. Let's see what we get. So maybe minus 6 and plus 10, would that work? So minus 6 multiplied by plus 10 will give us minus 60, that's good. And minus 6 add on 10 will give us plus 4, so that's good. We've passed the product and sum. So we have 12x squared minus 6x plus 10x minus 5. And let's do them individually now. So try and get ahead of me now if you can and factorize this line. Hopefully you're getting 6x, 2x minus 1, plus 5, that's a 2x minus 1. And now examine those brackets. Are they identical? You can see they are. So what we're going to do now is we're going to write the items that are outside the brackets and multiply them by the items that are inside the brackets. So we have 6x plus 5 multiplied by 2x minus 1 for full marks. So you can see, like that fourth one there would be considered a very tricky quadratic, but if you stick to the product and sum approach, they're actually quite straightforward. So they're definitely worth practicing. You'll be doing loads and loads of quadratics before you leave secondary school, so it's worth investing the time there.